Deadly diseases have been around since the beginning of time. Some are more deadly than others, but all of them have one thing in common: they kill people. In this article, we will be discussing 5 of the deadliest diseases known to mankind. These can be viral or any other, but what makes them so deadly is their ability to spread quickly and kill large numbers of people in a short period of time. 1. The bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death. This medieval disease is estimated to have killed up to 60% of Europe's population in the 14th century. The plague was caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, which was transmitted through flea bites and contact with infected animals. The bubonic plague is a bacterial infection caused by the Yersinia pestis. It is transmitted through flea bites and contact with infected animals, and can cause fever, headache, and swollen lymph nodes. In severe cases, it can lead to death within days. The bubonic plague was responsible for the deaths of millions of people in the 14th century, and remains a serious global health threat today. 2. Smallpox. This highly contagious viral disease was responsible for an estimated 300 to 500 million deaths in the 20th century alone. Smallpox was finally eradicated in 1980 thanks to a global vaccination campaign. Smallpox is a highly contagious viral disease that can cause serious illness and death. It was responsible for an estimated 300 to 500 million deaths in the 20th century alone, and was finally eradicated in 1980 thanks to a global vaccination campaign. Smallpox is caused by the variola virus, which spreads through contact with infected saliva, mucus, or blood. It can cause fever, headache, and a rash of small blisters on the skin. In severe cases, it can lead to blindness, pneumonia, or death. There is no cure for smallpox, which is why it is so important to vaccinate against it. 3. HIV/AIDS. First identified in 1981, HIV has since gone on to kill an estimated 35 million people worldwide. AIDS is currently considered one of the deadliest pandemics in history. HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, is a virus that attacks the immune system, making the body susceptible to other infections and illnesses. HIV is most commonly transmitted through unprotected sex, but can also be spread through contact with infected blood, semen, or breast milk. AIDS, or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, is the most advanced stage of HIV infection, and can lead to serious illness and death. There is no cure for HIV or AIDS, which is why it is so important to protect oneself from infection. 4. Malaria. Malaria is a mosquito-borne disease that is responsible for the deaths of an estimated 600,000 people each year, most of them children in Africa. Malaria is caused by the Plasmodium parasite, which is transmitted through the bites of infected mosquitoes. Symptoms of malaria include fever, headache, and vomiting. In severe cases, it can lead to seizures, coma, or death. There is no cure for malaria, which is why it is so important to protect oneself from infection. 5. Tuberculosis. This bacterial infection is one of the oldest known diseases, and it remains one of the deadliest today. Tuberculosis kills an estimated 1.7 million people each year, mostly in developing countries. Tuberculosis, or TB, is a bacterial infection that affects the lungs. It is spread through contact with infected saliva, mucus, or blood, and can cause fever, chest pain, and shortness of breath. In severe cases, it can lead to death. There is no cure for tuberculosis, which is why it is so important to protect oneself from infection. Tuberculosis is a serious global health threat, and continues to kill millions of people each year. Deadly diseases have been around for centuries, and continue to be a major global health threat. Each of these diseases is responsible for the deaths of millions of people each year. It is important to protect oneself from infection by getting vaccinated against these deadly diseases.